Hall of Fame weekend in Canton, Ohio starts now, and football is back. It's the NFL's 100th season. From Tom Benson Hall of Fame Stadium in Canton, Ohio, NBC Sports welcomes you to the Pro Football Hall of Fame game between the Denver Broncos and the Atlanta Falcons. Ito Smith is the running back from the 22-yard line. Short drop, and then the pass is knocked down at the line of scrimmage. Adam Gotsis, who will be a starter during the regular season,
ends up in the game early against some of these young offensive linemen. But watch Gotsis just drive his man right back into the quarterback, get his hand up. He's probably looking over at the sideline right now going, you guys seen enough?
Second down and 10 from the 22-yard line. And through the middle, going nowhere, is Ito Smith, and bursting through is Sua Cravens, the safety, to knock him down behind the line of scrimmage for a loss. It'll be 3rd and 12.
But all of a sudden, he decided that he was going to retire in his second year, came back out unretired, a little bit maybe.
From the 39-yard line.
What's that?
Hogan fires over the middle, throws a strike here to the 25-yard line. Another first down. Catch made by Fred Brown, first-year guy out of Mississippi State.
And so he decided as a family to make the move.
Second goal, and that is batted at the line of scrimmage. That is Durant Miles coming in, a rookie out of Boise State, a free agent, knocking it down. It's going to be 3rd down and goal. It was a holding call against Atlanta, thus a first down at the 3-yard line. A little under 9 minutes to play in the quarter, and a big hole and a touchdown. Kalfani Mohammed, first-year back, played his college ball at the University of California. They go 51 yards in 8 plays in a little over 4 minutes for the first touchdown of the game.
Let's give a little credit to one of the old guys. What do you say? Don Barclay used to play for the Green Bay Packers. Going to come right down here on this inside zone play. Just move out the nose tackle, and that was pretty easy.
So now McManus comes in. Yard line. Out of the gun this time. Flips it to the outside, and again a good defensive play made there. That is Horace Richardson making the tackle behind the line of scrimmage after a loss of 3.
Teams and yet to stick. He hasn't played in an NFL game yet. It's like he's trying to change that. It's a heck of a play.
And Langley sets up in his own 25-yard line. Short kick coming up to field it, and he lost it at the 40-yard line. So Langley ran a long way, ran almost 15 yards straight ahead to make the catch, and then muffed it. And let's see who comes up with the football.
Ruling on the field, the kick was touched by the receiving team, recovered by a member of the kicking team. First down, Atlanta.
Brandon Langley is a guy who played defensive back and got moved to wide receiver. He ran a long way to get this one. Bill Parcells would have been proud of the effort because he did not want to see balls hit the ground, because typically they bounce 20 yards past that. But you need to help yourself. If you can't get there, make the poison.
Tampa Bay is the head coach, and now on the staff, all new coordinators in Atlanta, as the catch is made here by Jaden Graham.
Defense is getting the ball out of his hand quickly, reading it, and not doing that.
And down he goes at the 40-yard line. Malik Reed came around the corner to knock him to the turf on what might be the final play of the first quarter.
Computer, when we drafted free agents, 10th round choices, people that nobody really heard of from Elizabeth City Teachers College. So it was a great situation because Coach Landry had thank you, Michelle.
Congratulations.
One-of-a-kind guy, Gil Brandt, still does a show on Sirius Radio. Meanwhile, Tavecchio comes in as the drive bogs down, and a kick is no good from 54 yards out. And now he went into the draft looking for Drew Lock and got him in the 2nd round. A lot of people thought he'd be picked before then. 42nd overall out of Missouri.
Stayed home, and he was a 4-year starter, so he has a lot of experience.
2nd down and 7 now from the 44-yard line. As first pass, a little wobbly, and it's incomplete. Good double coverage there, intended for Noah Fant.
Training camp, they don't get hit, so it takes a little getting used to too.
That was Justin Zimmer who burst through. 3rd and 4. Locke's going to run and slides the halt. Then a flag is thrown because a late hit comes in at the end. Jermaine Grace was there. Moves the ball into Atlanta territory at the 49-yard line. And on first down, bootleg rolling to his left, wide open, making the catch, picking up the first down. Gain of 12 for Nick Williams, 6-year man out of University of Connecticut.
Offenses are trying to do to him. Pretty good looking prospect.
Locke hanging in the pocket. That breaks down now. Look out, boy, he gets whacked high and low that time.
Protect themselves than offensive linemen can. Don't let those blitzers think they're going to get there, or encourage them to blitz more often. Get rid of the football.
3rd and 17. Look out. He's going to go down again. Back at the 48-yard line. That's John Kaminsky.
And I'm going into the Hall of Fame. My mom and my dad got together, during championship season, during the championship time of the season in December. I was born in September in the fall, and
stand by, Al.
Well, we just had a 44-yard penalty, defensive interference. Russell Gage was the.
Denver is challenging the ruling on the field of defensive pass interference.
All right, so this is something that is new. The interference rules have not changed what is, what isn't, but the fact you can challenge it is brand new. So here's your first challenge of preseason, and right off the bat, the new rule comes into effect. So Terry McCauley, away you go. What do you see?
Well, Al, let's start right with the process. What they're looking at in replay, is there clear and obvious video evidence that the defender did not significantly hinder the receiver? Those are the key words: clear and obvious, significantly hinder. That's the standard replay is going to use to decide whether to reverse this.
Short look
After
for
reviewing
Anderson.
the play, the ruling on the field of pass interference stands. Denver's charged with its first timeout.
Get some signals.
Raheem Morris, a former head coach on this offensive staff. Mike Mularkey, 3-time head coach on this staff. And so it really is going to allow Dan Quinn to be the defense.
Doesn't get it. Benkert, who had that 17-yard run a couple of plays ago, fires a strike to Christian Blake to the 29-yard line for a first down.
Think about all the field goal range first. That throw.
Yeah, nice. Right on the money. Zacchaeus makes the catch here with 29 seconds. And out of bounds to stop the clock at the 15-yard line. Becker knows each other pretty well. They played in Virginia. Fired over the middle, and that's caught at the goal line by Sean Bain. But they're going to spot it inside the 1, and now
They are unsettled out there. Late substitutions.
the whole 9 yards, but the pass is caught. Brian Hill makes the catch for the touchdown.
Play a lot of different things. Look at Banker. He's looking over. He said, "Oh, nobody's going to cover him." I love his eyes. Did you see his eyes? Like he couldn't believe what he saw there.
In the sky, it's the replay official from upstairs who has to call it in.
That's correct, and he didn't have enough to stop the game.
Yeah, thank God.
Here they go.
Stephen Dunbar loses it, and the Falcons have it, and they will run it down to triple zeros on the clock to the 19-yard line.
He kind of found a way inside their head. A lot of times he would turn and run and make you believe he was out of position, and before you threw the ball, flip back around and make the interception.
Starter, but and he's playing Shaw. But do you keep 3 quarterbacks? Here's Hill around the left side, and finally is out of bounds, but should be inside the 5-yard line. Let Tevin Coleman go to San Francisco, so that spot behind Freeman will be open as the pass is broken up at the goal line. Tavecchio to try to give Atlanta the lead. 27-yard field goal attempt is good.
In 1962, and if that doesn't illustrate how athletic he is, along with playing football at LSU, Robinson was an SEC tennis champion as a singles player in 1958. The following year, he and his
Here's the foul here.
Personal foul, unnecessary roughness, use of helmet number 23 of the offense. It's a 15-yard penalty from the spot of the foul.
On a regular basis for the first time ever back in 1970. Big hole exploited by Mohammed. And he gets taken down at about the 40-yard line.
The classic outside zone type of run here, and they're making some blocks on the edge on the outside there. And the one thing about Mohammed is we have seen when he has been given a little bit of a gap that he is pretty explosive.
He retired, and I think with Joe's availability and the success that he's had in the system that we're running with Gary Kubiak 3 or 4 years ago, we thought was a good fit. And what we gave up for him, I was totally surprised. Did not know that that was coming about at all. So,
but that was who he was, wasn't it? I mean, it really was. He was the most unselfish of guys. And from day one, in one of his opening speeches, and he got you.
So Shaw played the better part of the first quarter. And he was 3 of 7 for -2 yards. Keep it on the ground here to Allison, and we go to Michelle.
Yeah, Shaw.
You could ever have, the best professor you could ever have. And one of the best just career guides you could ever have in the whole world. I mean, he has such a wonderful outlook about
life. Out of Ohio State, 8.5 sacks a season ago for the Buckeyes with plays exactly like this. He is that athletic, pass rushing presence.
Curious and interested in everything and very well read.
Unbelievably curious about everything. And more importantly, he cares about other people. I mean, relationships are everything to him.
Well, there's Trey Johnson, Tony Dungy's neighbor down in Tampa, who makes the interception, creating the turnover. Dick, great to see you, man.
Thank you very much, Al.
Take care.
Presence inside that they really hope they can find this season, because with Von Miller and Bradley Chubb on the outside, if they get that kind of interior pressure inside, you're going to see big plays from
4 minutes left in regulation. Yes, they do play overtime in preseason. And here's a sack back at the 39-yard line. Jermaine Grace takes him down there.
At this point in the game.
Sack took him out of field goal range. It would be a 56-yarder, so 4th and 10. They go for it. Rypien hangs in there, fires, and it's tipped incomplete. But a flag is down. What else is new? Rashad Quasi broke up the play.
Pass interference, number 32, defense. Automatic first down at the spot of the foul.
Is it clear and obvious that his defender does not significantly hinder the receiver? From the shots I've seen, I don't see clear and obvious video evidence to prove that. This last shot?
No doubt. 2nd down and 8 from the 22-yard line. Flips it out here to Mohammed, and he breaks free and takes it for a first down to the 11-yard line.
Well, I feel fairly safe in saying
yes
that if you have a kidney stone that is still in there, you're probably going for it on any 4th down. So I think we're in 4-down territory here at the end of the Hall of Fame game. Maybe
2nd and 10 from the 11. Swinging to the outside. Devontae Jackson had to thrust out of bounds by Jermaine Grace.
And speed on the defensive side that they just love. And I'm not going to compare him to Deion Jones, who's one of the great cover and speed guys, but he's that sort of style of player.
First-year player, played his college ball at Miami. So 4th and 4, indeed, you're right. They're going to go for it from the 6-yard line. Rypien surveys, throws, caught, and does he get in? There's a flag down. And they say he didn't get in to begin with. Meanwhile, he's taking a picture.
Holding number 63, offense. There's a 10-yard penalty, and it's still 4th down. The ruling on the field, the ball was called at the half-yard line, which would have been enough for a first down.
All right, so it's 4th and 14 now. You can't get a first down without getting the touchdown. And Rypien to the end zone again. And it's going to be deflected and caught for the touchdown. touchdown. Juwan Winfrey, 6th-round rookie, played his college ball at Colorado on a deflected pass, comes down with it to give them the lead with 1:26 to play.
Spectacular play by Winfrey to go up, but stay focused on the ball. The key to it was he was able to stay on his feet. Yeah, and give Rypien some credit because he understood at that situation you have to give your guy a chance. Let's get it up high, and that is a heads-up football play.
Gets toes down on both feet. Extra point is good, and Denver leads 14-10.
And here he is in a game-winning situation with guys he really has no idea who they are or what they're doing.
Probably had a full meal at halftime. I think his arm got hit on that throw that time by Draymond Jones, doing it again. Bursting through, it'll be 4th down and 13.
Yeah, watch this double arm swat here by Draymond Jones to get around the guard. Watching both arms swat, get him off, and just basically a straight line right into Matt Schaub.
Oh, that should have been a foul for roughing the passer.
4th and 13 now. The pass is pulled in,
1 foot,
but out of bounds. Out of bounds.
It's a great catch.
Olamide Zaccheaus, the rookie out of Virginia. No, pretty clear.
Guess who it was? Trey Johnson.
Yeah.
And remember, there is no force out anymore.
Right.
So if as a defender you can make that hit and get him out of bounds, that is that.
As Denver takes over at the 20, and a couple of kneel downs will end it. Coming up next. 14-10 Denver. Good night from Canton.